after we've lost everything, we're free to do anything.
Oh, knowing that you would stay my baby, I know that my mother would never. Raise up, step my back.
Tomorrow, bro.
Be water, my friend.
Antonio Montana.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Dedicate yourself.
I know the art of fight, I know the art of war.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
To be a full-time sick.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell are we gonna do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning.
This is 10 things that every guy should be able to do. If you can drive and you're a guy, you need to know how to change your tire. If you break down on the side of the road with a flat tire, you need to be able to change that thing proficiently. You don't need to call mommy. You don't need to call AAA or whatever. You need to know how to change a tire. It's not that difficult. Practice in your driveway if you have to. And also, if you're ever with your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, you need to be able to take charge of that situation and replace their tire for them, okay? They don't need to be on the ground jacking up cars on the interstate. You need to protect them, make sure they feel comfortable and safe. We're moving on.
What is the lean test? Basically, Lil Dicky posted a picture with, I guess, new girl he's been dating. If you look at the picture, he's like really leaning toward her. And the lean test is just like, if you want to have a healthy relationship, the girl should be leaning into the guy. It's the sign of probably a pretty weak man if he's the one who's like leaning in. It's not a good look. And it's funny, if I look back, I had a really bad relationship one time. A lot of the photos, I'm leaning in. So it's just kind of indicative about the relationship itself.
If your girlfriend works these jobs, 9 times out of 10 you're being cheated on. Number 1, Amazon. 9 times out of 10 if your girlfriend's working at Amazon, she ain't just delivering packages, she's receiving them. I've worked at Amazon before, and all I'm gonna say is a whole lot of people's girlfriends are getting tossed around. I mean, what do you expect? There's a warehouse full of guys, a handful of girls. It's almost like a guy being in prison. There's not many options, so every guy in there is going after the same chicks. Just so happens she was your chick. Now we got hospitals. I mean, it's common sense. Your girlfriend's working a night shift with a bunch of dudes. 12-hour shifts. What you think she's doing to pass time? You're at home sleeping like a baby. You ain't entertaining her. The doctor is. Every night while you're sleeping, the doctors make a sticky boom boom with your bitch. There's no way in hell you think this kid is yours. Oh, he takes after his mother's side. You are not the father.
I take girls on nice dates, I get them flowers, I'm emotionally available, I go to the gym.
He's a good-looking kid, too, and he's having a hard time. You know, I've told my oldest child, he doesn't believe me. I bet this guy won't believe me either. I'm going to tell him the exact same thing. You want to keep a woman around, you're a nice guy, it's not complicated. You just have to be mean every once in a while. Don't be available. Get angry about something stupid. Act like a girl who's your friend. Do something that's a little too far. Give her a hug that's a little too long. That's it. Give her a reason to be jealous. Give her a reason to be mad at you. You'll keep her around about 300% longer than if you're constantly trying to make sure she's happy, make sure you're the perfect person, because for some reason, women don't want that. They don't. They don't want a perfect, especially in the dating stage. They want someone that gets the emotions going. So that's what you have to do. You have to keep.
As soon as a man opens up to a woman and tells them like their deepest, darkest secrets,
they use it against you. She knows it. Be aware.
Women tend to use that against men, and
thank you.
I don't know why.
Look at her eyelashes. She's got regular eyelashes, so she makes regular sense. The mark of delusion. She has the makes sense.
I don't know what man need to hear this, but never give your all to a female. A female is only loyal to her emotions, my boy.
It's so fucked up, right? She could love you today, look at you tomorrow and be like, I don't want to love this dude no more. I don't want to like him no more. You know what I'm saying? I see way too many guys falling in love and they lose themselves. And then when the girl leaves, they're ready to commit. You know what I'm saying? Have hobbies outside of her. Go to the gym, hang out with your boys, and you're going to be all right.
Fellas, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you now. The real reason, the harsh reason why she left you. If you ain't no toxic man, you ain't cheat on her, you ain't beat on her, you ain't do none of the fucked up shit that normally men do or normally people do. Y'all had arguments, y'all had fights, y'all may have disagreed on something. But you know, regular relationship type stuff. She left you. And you really wasn't a toxic dude, you wasn't no cheater, you wasn't nothing like that. Unfortunately, she left you, or she doesn't want to get back with you simply because she feel like she can do better without you, or she feel like she deserves more, or she feels like that she has a better option or can go out and get better options than you. That's the harsh reality. If you ain't no toxic dude, if you a stand-up dude, you know, you made mistakes, you done whatever, but you know, you still an overall decent dude. It's simply because she feel like that she can go get better options, or she deserves more, or she feels like she's settling for you. If you that type of dude, that's the unfortunate reality, and that shit gonna hurt. It's gonna feel terrible. You're gonna feel worthless. You're gonna feel like you ain't good enough. It's gonna hit your ego. It's gonna drop your self-esteem. I went through it, so I wouldn't tell you nothing that I don't know, but I will be 100% honest with you and tell you she don't care. Majority of them don't care, especially if they are attractive and beautiful women. And the majority of them simply don't care, and they don't regret it, and they don't feel like that they done anything wrong to you. That's the harsh reality. I'm gonna just be honest with you, bro, because as a woman, women are beautiful. They can go out into the world, they can get them a new dude tomorrow. Sometimes when they was with you, when they disconnected from you, they already had your replacement in their mind, or they simply just feel like, you know what, you're not giving me what I need, or you're not fulfilling whatever it is that they feel like they deserve, and they can go out and go get a new man. You, on the other hand, it's going to take you a while to shape back, and you can't just go out there and get a new woman majority of the time. So it's definitely going to hurt you. It hurt me. But I will let you know that they don't care. Don't blow up their phone. Don't go being mad at them. Don't be hateful at them. Take accountability. Figure out what went wrong. Figure out where you lost your frame as a man, and what you can do to when you get with the next woman, that'll never happen to you again. Or when you get with the next woman, you won't never lose that attraction. You won't lose that genuine desire. You won't lose that love that that woman had for you.
Why is it okay for women to say that they want to date millionaires, but if men say they want to date size 2s, they're
Because women are a bunch of hypocrites and they don't take accountability for what they're saying or believing. They just want what they want, and then anytime they get called out for any of their bullshit, they just say, whatever. Anyways, if you feel the same way I feel, follow me.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop having that man beg you to be intimate with you. Like, seriously.
She's right, though. Like, men shouldn't have to beg their women for intimacy. When you constantly shut your man down, or you're hyping him up through the day while he's at work. I actually made a video about that if you want to go check it out. But if you're constantly hyping him up and shutting him down, you are training him to no longer be attracted to you. And you wonder why men cheat. You wonder why they seek attention from other women, why they have that one chick friend who you think something might be going on. It's because you're not giving him what he needs. Like, initiate. Dudes love it when their woman initiates. Like, I am constantly all over my man. Sometimes he has to tell me to chill. I want to constantly touch him and feel him. There's mountains and valleys, and he has this chest thing that's just... That man is delectable. Just show your man you want him, that you crave him, bro. Just...
Men are basically doing is taking their ball and going home. And they're doing that by removing themselves from the gene pool, basically, if you want to look at it technically. I'm not going to procreate anymore with anyone. I'm going to remove the chances of me ever making more of me, is basically what these guys are saying. To which... what is sad is the society is basically saying, we don't really care. Go do what you want to do, dude. I don't see the big deal. I think that hurts men quite a bit, to basically pull themselves out of society, and society just yawns. Like, Oh, well, we got other guys. There's the whole men are disposable thing, which is troubling. And we as men are measured a great deal on what we produce and what we provide and what we create. And when you remove yourself from the game, I'm sorry to say there's about 10 other dudes ready to take your place.
We talk about the man that got out of a toxic relationship years ago. He probably decided to remain single rather than risk his sanity again. Now it's been so long that he no longer actively seeks a relationship anymore. And it's not that he has sworn them off. It's just he has no reason to chase something when he's already found his peace.
You know what? Let me say it softer so that the women can digest it. What I'm about to say started a huge argument yesterday on TikTok. If a man has to send you cash money to keep you interested, you don't really like him. Men, if you gotta send her money, cash money, I'm not talking about buying her a gift, paying for dates, none of that. If you gotta send that woman money to keep her interested, she don't like you. That's why I said you shouldn't do it. All right? Get y'all panties out a bunch. Some men just like to spend money on women. Some suckers. Women all in that comment section talking about, there's some guys I've never met, and they've been sending me money for years. You're not in the rich man crowd. You'll never understand. I don't know if y'all dumb or y'all dumb.
Let me see if I can solve this whole dilemma in 55 seconds before my pre-workout wears off. There are plenty of men and women that want a relationship. The fact is, you're going to find a bunch of men that want to be with you while you don't want to be with them, and vice versa. Until you find a man that wants to be with you as much as you want to be with him, then you guys are going to start a relationship. You're going to be happy for the first 6 months, and then you're going to secretly hate each other. Somebody's going to cheat, or you're going to get married. Then you're going to get divorced because it's like, oh, you're responsible for my happiness. And it's like, I'm not responsible for nothing. I just married you because I love you. And it's like, well, I'm not happy. Divorce happens. Takes you a year and a half to get over it. And then you just repeat the process. Once you get over it, you just find more people that don't want to be with you while you want to be with them. And until you find someone that doesn't want to be with you while you want to be with them, then you see it through till death. Or it just repeats itself again. Another heartbreak, another marriage, flushing it down the fucking drain until you're fucking old, and then you figure out, like, okay, well, I'm fucking old, my golden years are behind me, I don't want to be alone anymore. And then you find someone else who agrees in the fact that they don't want to be alone anymore, so you settle. You settle for the fact that you're going to have an average life with average kids, and an average house, and average income, and then you just secretly hate each other for the rest of your guys' life until you die. Damn, that was pretty dark. Good luck with that shit.
Wanted another home-cooked meal. So I went and picked up another Dominicana. Took us to the grocery store. Introduced her to my stove. Using in my mouth pause. Why put up with American women when I can live like this instead?
Why can men have high body count when women can't? Women are shamed for being sexual and men are praised. Well, let me share some advice to you that my mother shared with me when I was very young, and I still teach it to this very day. Life isn't fair. Now, sometimes there are things that you can do to try to make life fair, and I agree. You know, like it wasn't fair to the slaves that they were slaves, so, you know, you pass legislation to make slavery illegal just to make an example. And I'm not comparing slavery and body count, it's an analogy. But there are plenty of things that women can do that I think isn't fair as a man. I think it's unfair that generally women can just be attractive and then get with a rich man and then have their life taken care of. And then all they have to do is raise a family and their entire life is taken care of and they never have to go to work. I don't think that's fair, but who cares? There are certain advantages to being a man versus being a woman. There are certain advantages to everything. And you can sit here and you can discuss on what is and isn't fair, and maybe even if it is right or wrong. But sometimes the conversation just falls flat. If you know the rules, just play by them, honestly. Or at the very least, find a partner who doesn't care.
Up for men. Let me find it here. Look at this. This is why I'm sticking up for men. On Piers Morgan, I just did it, and I said the Me Too era is dangerous, and that people shouldn't be able to accuse men without evidence. And he said, "Oh, you believe in rape?" I don't believe in rape. I think should get the death penalty. I just don't believe in attacking men for no reason without evidence and destroying their lives. Look at this. A group of girls said a male classmate sexually assaulted them. He was escorted from school in shackles, charged with crimes, spent an entire summer indoors with an ankle monitor. Finally, the girls admitted they made it up because they didn't fucking like him. And I admit, that is absolutely criminal. That is absolutely insane that girls sat there, made up a story about a man and ruined his life. And you know what the worst thing about it is? You know what the worst thing is? I've never done that to anybody. I've never done anything like that to anybody. But guess what? These girls here, their names, you can see their names there. Guess what? They have Instagram. They sat there, lied about a man, destroyed his life, admit they made it up, literally put a guy he could have committed, stuck in his house, worried about being accused of something he didn't do, and they all have Instagram. And they've deleted my Instagram saying I'm dangerous. Absolutely criminal.
Ain't really interested. I need somebody who can really, like, you know, who can really.
Women deserve to get cheated on. And before y'all get mad, hear me out. They deserve to be happy. They should want whatever they want, and nobody should question them. I agree with that 100%. So when she looking for a man that ain't gonna respond, she deserved that. When he actually keep that same energy throughout the relationship, she deserved that. When he get her pregnant and disappear, she deserved that. Because this is what she wanted. And what y'all do is when y'all finally fed up, y'all make y'all way to the internet and start blaming men for y'all choices. Y'all want the good man to hold these other men that y'all chose over them accountable. That shit don't work like that. Y'all mad as hell because of y'all own choices and y'all don't want to take accountability. That shit don't make no sense.
Isn't it crazy how the most viral content on Twitch basically always revolves around a hot girl? Like a guy meets up with a hot girl IRL, he goes on a date with her, he goes on e-dates, 20 guys compete for one girl. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, you gotta stop living vicariously through these streamers. I mean, look, I don't really care if you like Aiden Ross, that's your own prerogative. But the fact that 100,000 people will sit there live, like take the time right then and there out of their day to watch him spit game to a girl, and then millions and millions more people will go and watch that online is absolutely crazy. And look, I understand why you do it. You try to see yourself in him. When he spits game and delivers a smooth line, you get hyped. When the girl stands up and shows her outfit of the day, you get excited. But what happens when the stream ends? He gets to go sit in his mansion with these girls and have fun and live his life, while you sit there in your bed, alone.
Well, men prefers youth. So that's why I tell a lot of my friends, go older. From all the graphs I've seen, a 10 years age gap is recommended.
I gave this woman's account a follow. She's some sort of engineer, pretty interesting stuff, some data mining. What she's saying about women and older men, though, conforms to what we know of historical norms for thousands of years. Women tend to mate with older men. She says optimal is about a 10-year gap from what I've seen in life in general. I think that's pretty spot on. Women, if you're 25, don't push that party phase into your late 20s and wake up one day and wonder where all the good men went. Lock that older guy down now. If you're in your 30s and single, I hear a lot on TikTok, you 30-somethings complain about where all the good men went. You're looking at the men in your age range, and the good men are probably married to that 25-year-old, to be honest. So look to the guys in their 40s. They're not much different than the guys in their 30s, except that little older, little wiser, probably a divorce under their belt and a couple of kids, but if they have their act together, it'll work. Women in your 40s and 50s, the 10-year gap still works. Assuming you're picking someone that is attractive and fit relative to yourself, a 55-year-old woman has just hit a certain point in life, and a fit and otherwise attractive 65-year-old man will fit just right.